Oh, Vogue, I love you, but what are you playing at? Hi, everyone. I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room. And have you seen the new Vogue patterns that have come out? Loving some of them, a few questionable, but today we need to talk about Vogue 1936 because what on earth is that? So confused. Have you bought it? Have you cut it out already? Are you making it? I need to know because to me, this pattern is just so confounding. So let me explain how we got here and why I'm kind of cross about this, because who am I to be cross about Vogue patterns? They can do what they want, you know? The reason I'm kind of het up and not just like, oh, nice pattern, not for me, whatever, is because I thought I had found my dream pattern. And then I clicked on the details and I saw the ventilation panels and my dream was snatched from me. So let's explain. I work mainly from home and I work for a small business who work for a large business. And every so often I have to go to the large business's head office and impress some bigwigs. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, I really need to make a mark. And you know how it is. It shouldn't be this way in the 21st century, but women in business are still judged on how they look. It's sad, it's also true. Now, for the last 20 years, I know that I've been working for this client. It's not been an issue because business attire in a corporate environment used to be simple. It was a skirt suit or a trouser suit or a sheath dress with a nice jacket, dark tights in the winter, skin colour tights in the summer, pair of court shoes, smart handbag, done. But not anymore. The world of work has changed since everybody started working from home. And even though most people at this corporate head office are now back in the office full time, dress codes are very different. And the last meeting I went to, there were 8 people in the room, 7 of them men, and no one was wearing a suit. Nobody. Those days have obviously been and gone. And all of the men have the nice easy option of just wearing smart trousers, maybe chinos, and an open neck shirt, and they are done. But what am I supposed to wear to such a thing? Well, the other day I was reading one of the sewing magazines on my iPad. So, you know what? While I'm a bit cross, let's have a rant about sewing magazines. So, I'm not paying 10 quid for one of the British sewing magazines that are firstly so clearly aimed at beginners that most of the content is just pointless, but secondly, 90% adverts. And I don't mean full page glossy spreads. I actually don't even mind those. They've paid for those. I mean the stuff that is purporting to be copy that is actually just like little sidebars. Oh, so and so's launched a new fabric range. Oh, look at these exclusive prints available here. It's pretending to be news, but it's actually just advertising. Anyway, that's a whole different story for a different day. But yeah, I'm not paying 10 quid for that. However, my library are kind enough to provide a subscription through the Borrow Box app on an iPad. So I was reading one of the sewing magazines on an iPad. Now, bear in mind that a sewing magazine in the UK is normally like 2 A4 sheets. So it's A3 size, it's big. And this whole spread, a 2-page spread, is shrunk down to the size of a tablet. And then each page is half of the tablet. And then you normally have like 2 main stories and then a little sidebar with 3 tiny, tiny pictures. And I mean, they are miniature and you can't zoom. So I was scrolling through this magazine and I saw Vogue 1936 with the tiniest picture. And what I saw was a blazer dress. And I just thought, how amazing is that? 2 lengths, really smart lapels, kind of a play on the whole oversized blazer look, which is so current. I was like, this is the pattern for me. Because when I walk around the office and see what other people are wearing, no one's wearing a suit. A lot of The female staff were wearing wide leg trousers and an oversized jacket. I feel at 5'4" I'm a bit swamped in that look. I don't want a big jacket and big trousers. But this would be absolutely perfect. It's an oversized jacket, but it's a dress. It's one and done, so I don't have to worry about what goes with what. All my prayers were answered. The perfect business meeting look was there for the taking, and I was ready to click buy so fast. So I clicked through to the Vogue website, and expecting a jacket dress suitable for a business meeting, I was met with this. And I just don't get it. And if you're just going to comment and say, who are you to snark on Vogue? How many patterns have you designed? Just go click on a different video, okay? Because look, I did not mislead you with the thumbnail or the title. You clicked on a video where someone was clearly going to snark on Vogue. So you got exactly what you paid for. Oh, hang on. Yeah, don't at me. And I'm not anti-Vogue. I love Vogue. To prove it, I am wearing a Vogue top. This is actually a dress that I just lopped off to make into a top, and I love it. And I love Vogue patterns. And genuinely, I'm not upset with them because they can do what on earth they want. Like, who am I? But I thought all my problems were solved. I thought I had my dream pattern. I was already planning what fabric to make it in before I clicked through and saw these ridiculous events. When I go to a business meeting, I want to look current. And I don't mean I want to look trendy. I mean, I want to look like I'm aware of the world, abreast of developments, up to date in business, in HR, in health and safety. And all of that is projected in the image that you give. And this would have been the perfect outfit, but for those bits. So having just said I want to look current and down with the kids, I'm now going to undo all that work by posing the only question that has been on my lips since I saw this pattern. I can't help it. My paternal grandmother, God rest her soul, lives on inside of me. But I saw this model and I just thought, you're going to get a chill on your kidneys. I mean, yeah, I'm coming up to that age. I probably do overheat sometimes. No, I don't need emergency exits. No. Please, somebody tell me, what occasion is this suitable for? Because you definitely couldn't wear it to the business meetings I go to. And there is no one in my day-to-day life I see wearing this. And look, I don't mean the school run and maybe nipping to Waitrose to pick something up for dinner. I'm always in the craft room, but I go places. I'm not a complete hermit. I go out for dinner to the local pub. No one's wearing this. Sometimes I go into town and go for a nice dinner. No one's wearing this. In fact, before Christmas, I went somewhere really fancy. Mum and I had a day of shopping. We had afternoon tea at Liberty of London. We walked around the West End. Nobody was wearing this. And then we went to a super fancy restaurant. We went to the Great Western Dining Room at St Pancras Station. And I know that it's a nice restaurant because I tried to order a glass of Prosecco and they laughed in my face and said they only serve champagne. So I feel like that's proof. I've been somewhere fancy and nobody was wearing anything like this. But Hayley, you say, maybe it's because you're kind of middle-aged and you go to fuddy-duddy old person places. Maybe all the youth are wearing this down the club. Well, you're not going to believe me, but I've been to a club fairly recently. Yes, I have. A friend had a 40th birthday party, a private event in a lovely wine bar. Nobody was wearing this. And then afterwards, we went to the only club in town. And yeah, we had a great night. And we were surrounded by the youth of today. And none of them were wearing this. They were all wearing really, really oversized baggy things. Combat trousers, maybe some like little crop tops, but then they tended to have a jacket or a coat on top, even though the club was hot. I don't know, kids these days. Perhaps they're wearing it to formal events, I hear you say. Well, in a story that would only happen in an English county town, said club suddenly at like 1 a.m. got a boatload of new patrons because the local young farmers had been having a ball, obviously in a barn somewhere outside of town, who then must have kicked everybody out, so they all proceeded to the club in full-on black tie. Yes, evening wear, formal. It wasn't all floor length, there were a few cocktail dresses, and nobody was wearing like a jacket dress. They were wearing dresses and there were loads of cutouts, but it wasn't like the lapel structured coat dress. Nope. Weddings, I thought. Weddings. You won't believe me, but I've been to a wedding recently. No one was wearing this. It was all like floaty summer dresses. I suppose it was a summer wedding, but then you couldn't wear this to a winter wedding. You'd be freezing. I did think of one singular occasion when this might be the appropriate outfit. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? I actually think this could look super cute for a day at the races. With a fancy hat in a gorgeous fabric, I actually think you could like win best outfit at Ladies' Day or something. I don't think you're going to get in the royal enclosure with those cutouts on the back, but I do think you could make a kind of fashionable stir. That is literally the only occasion I can think of. If you can think of more, let me know. If you have bought this pattern, if you are making this pattern, where are you going to wear it? Tell me, I need to know. But most of all, what I need to know is, where can I buy the pattern I actually want? The jacket dress without the cutouts. Has anyone ever seen one? Please. I've even searched ready to wear and I found the perfect dress from Hobbs and they don't have it in my size. I've looked all over. I cannot find a pattern exactly like this. I can find a sleeveless one, but I really do need the sleeves. Apart from the cutouts, the style lines of this jacket dress are exactly what I want. A strong lapel, maybe some shoulder pads, a sleeve. I like the longer, pegged but narrow skirt. This would just be so perfect if it weren't for the crazy flaps. So if you have any ideas, please do share it in the comments below. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed a bit of snark and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.